Yo, we gotta talk about this, bro. This shit is crazy as hell, bro. I got a whole ton. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, but I'm not gonna talk about it right now. Except for this one thing. So last night I was watching this video. Shout out Brutal Honesty. Go check out Brutal Honesty. And she made a video. And she made a video talking about how this TikToker got married, and the mother or the stepmother of her husband who she married had gotten like monkey tattoos and ape tattoos because they was having kids and stuff, right? And the grandmother or the mother of her husband of her husband can't speak. She was white and all that, and the lady, the TikToker, she's biracial, right? So the white grandmother, got a tattoo of apes, monkeys, educational purposes, on her arm, tattooed on her arm, and let's be honest, that shit just racist. But we gonna talk about it in a minute. Yeah, so she got like a tattoo on her arm and shit and all that shit. Every time like the TikToker didn't want to like bring the kids around the grandmother for obvious reasons. I mean, but every time she would go around them, she would always ask the grandmother to cover up the tattoo. She would literally have to beg. She would literally have to beg that bitch to cover up her damn arm, cause she didn't want her kids to see that shit. I mean, like, now let me ask you this. And look, I'm not being racist. So anybody who sees this shit, I'm not being racist towards white people. I'm just asking questions. Imagine if it was the other way around, and it was like, and a white woman got married to a black dude, right? And the black dude's black mom, right? The black dude's black mom got tattoos of Neanderthals on her arm. What then? What if? I'm just saying because everybody likes to ignore. Everybody likes to think that shit like that is just when black people call shit like that out is us being victims, pattern recognition, black fragility, fragility. You know what I'm saying it's always us gotta be playing victims, but when it's the other way around, all of a sudden it's hating on white people, anti-white, racist. White man must fight back. But when that same shit is happening towards black people and we calling out, it's always us, being victims or victimhood. We want to be victims so bad because we are victims, dumbass. Isn't it being victimhood when white people do the exact same thing? But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Yeah, but um, her husband's mother, which is the grandmother to her kids, she's white and she got tattoos of apes on her arm. Now, obviously, you can if you had an IQ above 60, you probably could see you could probably see why this is bad. And I just don't understand that. Like, they're your fucking grandkids. Who cares what, like, dead ass, like, who cares what color your kids is? Who cares? I think the husband, which is the son, or I think it was is his stepmom. So whoever, I think like he's like also biracial too. I just don't understand how I just don't understand being racist, right? I just don't understand that shit. Like, you're being racist towards your own grandkids, right? Getting tattooed apes and monkeys on your arm to represent your grandkids just because they're black or biracial or whatever, bro. Like why? Like, what does that do? Like, how does that contribute to society? How does that contribute to taking care of your grandkids? Or you know what I'm saying? And then they have the nerve to get mad at the TikToker when the TikToker was sitting there begging them to cover up the ape tattoo and shit like that. They got mad at her because that's what racists do. Racists like to push boundaries, and when you fight back, they get mad at you because they don't want you to fight back. They want you to submit to the racism. That's exactly what we see on the fucking internet. When these racists be saying racist shit, and you call them out, and then they get mad at you saying that you just want to be a victim, right? But when the same shit happens to them, then guess what they do? They act like they victims, even though it's really not. They're really the ones with the mythical racism. Shout out. I'm not gonna shout out him because he used that mythical racism shit. I got that mythical racism stuff from Behind the Line. He's a YouTuber, a MAGA, of course, a racist, damn near racist MAGA. Now he really just talks about sports. He used to be funny to me, but then he kind of got like too repetitive and too, typical. You know what I'm saying? But I got that mythical racism stuff from Behind the Line. And he was talking about how black people always talk about mythical racism when it's usually the other way around. Because there actually is not mythical racism. There's pure racism online. We see examples of it every day. Like what I was just talking about, the tattoo shit. But you white people are the ones talking about mythical racism. You people claim that us black people want to be victims. When at the end of the day, we are the victims. Y'all the ones who want to be victims and shit like that. That's why we can't celebrate a black holiday while it being called woke while white people where's white people's holiday? You know what I'm saying? Saying we can't mourn a black person's death while the white person interjecting and trying to make it about them or trying to paint the picture that the black person was the one in the wrong even though they got killed. Like, it could just be a random ass white officer that will walk up and beat on a black child, and they'll still find a way to call a black child a dog and all this other shit. But we're the victims, right? We're the ones who just want to be victims all the time, right? Right. And that's why I say this. They want us to submit. That grandmother who got that 8 tattoo on her arm and then got mad at you when you wanted her to cover it up or remove it or whatever. What I be talking about. They want us to submit to them. I have no problem with white people. I like white people. I'll date anybody. That's why I'm gonna make a video about interracial dating because I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that every race talks about when it comes to interracial dating. I'll date anybody. I'll support anybody. I love white people. I don't love the races though. Just like I don't like a lot of the black degenerates. But I want to call this out. I just wanted to let y'all know when I talk about this shit, the racism and shit, I'm not talking to all white people because unlike you racists, I don't generalize all white people. I don't think all white people are school shooters, Geppettos, what I'm saying, racist. I don't think that way. When I make these types of videos, I'm usually talking about the racist white people on the internet and in real life. So just wanting to clear that up so people don't think that I'm just talking to all white people or something. Like, no, I don't generalize like you people. But anyway, you know, damn, Russell Westbrook went to the Kings. Sorry. Why did he go there? Anyway, um, yeah, like shit. Yeah, this shit is crazy, bro. And like I was just saying, they want us to submit to them. We want us to sit there. They want us to sit there and take their racism because they're scared that if we fight back, then that they're gonna lose control. Hence why they like to gaslight us. Every time we speak out against racism, we get called woke. They say to us that we're proving why black fatigue exists. You know, we they say to us that we just want to be victims all the time and all this other dumb shit. That's why whenever we call out actual racism, that's exactly why they make it seem like we're the problem when it's usually them. How I know this? Go look at a situation with black racism, right? Racism towards black people, and then turn around and go look at a similar situation with white people, even though usually it's not about, being racist towards white people. Just think about it like that. See the difference in reaction. Whenever black people speak out against that black racism, we get called, victimhood, professional victims, etc. Black fragility, all that other shit. When it's the supposedly the other way around, right? And it's the white people being victimized or whatever. Guess what? We it's not them being victims. We're supposed to submit to them. We're supposed to, hence why whenever a white person does something degenerate, like a school shooting or whatever, educational purposes, it's right? It's always categorized into subgroups. Democrats, Democrats, mental illness, all this shit. But when a black person does it, it's all us. They're all like this. They're all animals. I'm trying to get as far away from them as possible. Okay, cool. You can move away from us all you want, but you still got to deal with the Geppettos and the school shooters. This is another thing I want to ask y'all. How come you degenerate white people always want to pick schools and churches? Like I literally just seen a minister, like a white minister, like I think he was about to get sentenced to like 90 years. He was like a church minister who dealt with like the youth and stuff like that. He was doing all types of stuff with kids and stuff like that. I can't say it here on YouTube, but Geppetto stuff. You know what I'm saying? CP, all that type of stuff. Infants. You know what I'm saying? Saying why y'all always gotta do schools and churches and stuff like that? Why? Right? You people want to right? You people always pick the churches and the schools and stuff like that. Educational purposes, but either y'all shoot up the schools and the churches, or y'all touch, you know what I'm saying? Y'all do stuff to, kids, educational purposes, but y'all do stuff to kids in the churches and schools. Why is it always gotta be in the church and the school? But we're the degenerates. We're all like this, right? It's only black people, right? 1350, right? Even though some of y'all be saying it's more like 1389. Man, get your dumb ass on somewhere, bro. Like black people commit 89% of the crimes. Man, get your ass out of here, bro. And we only a minority. What about the 2977 stat? Go watch. I just created my channel and posted my first video. It's your average person. If I'm gonna post this on the same channel, but it's my channel name is your average person, right? Right. I just posted a video talking about 1350 and all that, debunking it. Also 2977. If you don't know what that is, it's basically where white people make up 29% of the U.S. population, but yet 77% of them get arrested. Which, if we're using the logic of the racist white people, then just go ahead and ignore the arrest part and just make it seem like they get convicted or whatever, or just ignore it. White people make up 29% of the population, but yet 77% are Geppettos. And I mean, and they prove it every day. Like I just said, it's like damn near every day. They either shooting up a school, shooting up a church, educational purposes, but they either shooting up a school, shooting up a church, or touching, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Touching, what? Inside a church or a school. It's always in a church or a school. The whole month of September 2025 and October 2025 has just been full of school or just educational purposes once again, but school and church shootings. Like you people love to pick the churches and schools. Why? Like I literally noticed that today. Like you people love the church and schools to do degenerate stuff. At least us black people just do shit on the street and shit like that. But damn. And that's the real difference between black people crimes and white people crimes. Black people don't just choose random. Most of the time, black people don't just choose random innocent people to just go out and kill. They usually, I'm not gonna say they, like these step and fetches do, but the game bangers and stuff like that. That they try to claim we're all like, they usually pit their ops. where I killed some of the family members and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Not using it as an excuse, but it's usually targeted and it usually has a reason for it. But you white like you white people, let's be honest. Y'all go out and y'all go do this shit to innocent people. Y'all, most of y'all crimes aren't targeted. Most of your crimes, you know what I'm saying? Like that like educational purposes, but that child who did stuff to, that child ain't do nothing to you. You just did that shit because you're sick. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I'm not saying this to hate on white people or anything like that. I'm just trying to I just want to be fair, because I'm tired of going on the internet and seeing all these black fatigue videos. Like it's just black people doing the degenerate stuff. Where's the white fatigue videos? Where's the videos on you people claim to be holding black people accountable, but yet what about the white people? And this goes for the step infections too. Why actually like you people claim to be for America, but yet you think what is black people only is black people only part of is America only full of black people? Like, do white people in the Asian crime and the Mexican crime do those not exist? Let me guess they don't, because there ain't no such thing as white on white crime and white on black crime, right? And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying, all these black fatigue videos that claim to be holding black people accountable, right? But what about the videos holding white people accountable? I see a couple. I'm gonna name off some good channels. Antonio Speaks, Young Don. Shout out to Young Don, bro. You gotta start making some more. I don't know why you stopped making the animation, but damn, you was such a talented artist. But you know what I'm saying. But Young Don. Who else? Antonio Speaks, like I said. There's a couple of YouTubers. I can't really think of it on the top of my head, but you know, I'm gonna probably make a little short maybe later or tomorrow, talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about all the good black and white YouTubers. I just found out about a white YouTube channel made by a white person that calls all this stuff out. He's white, like I just said. He's white. Shout out to him. But just came across him like 2 days ago. Shout out to him. Let me get out this dark. Damn, it just got like way darker in this bed, bro. Like damn. But anyway. Sorry. But anyway, like I just want to come on here and talk about I kinda got a little bit off sidetracked, but I just wanted to talk about that video. Cause it's just crazy. Now, once again, before I go off this video, we have to talk about it. What if it was the other way around and it was a black grandmother getting tattoos of Neanderthals on her arm or caveman on her arm? I'm not saying this to be racist. This is a genuine question. What if it was the other way around? What you know what I'm saying? Saying like out of all the things you could have got tattooed on your arm, butterflies, all this other shit, you got apes on your tattooed on your arm and shit. And the internet is just supposed to we're just supposed to accept that shit or something. I haven't seen any comments about like the victimhood stuff. I haven't seen those type of comments on that video specifically. But I guarantee on her TikToks and stuff like that. Right, I guarantee there was a couple of videos saying, oh, it's not that serious. She was just getting tattoos to represent her grandbabies and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to diffuse the problem, make it seem like us black people are the real issue for calling this shit out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what racists do. Racists be racist and then make you feel bad or make you think you're the person in the wrong for calling out the racist. That's gaslighting. That's systematic. That's systemic racism right there. It's not hard. You just gotta have a conscience. You just gotta do research. Like all this shit that these MAGAs be telling you, these racist stepping fetches be telling you, bro. Like it's not true. Just do your damn research. I promise you, bro. Like right? Like I'm only 15. I know, I already know most of the tricks. Like it's not that hard, bro. Start standing up for black people, white and black people. I'm not white people. I'm not saying you have to completely bash your whole race, but damn, call out the races. Be fair, like you know what I'm saying. You can still support your race. You don't have to act black or want to be black or whatever to feel accepted. I don't like when white people, bash on their own race like that either. But like, you got to start holding your own community accountable. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I got a couple of videos talking about black degeneracy and what I'm saying, teaching people how to call out the black community the right way, not bound down to the races. But you know what I'm saying. Thank y'all for watching my video. I got in the middle of making a thumbnail for this next video. This is gonna be my third video I post. And once again, I got some gaming and reaction videos coming up soon, so stay tuned for those videos. But yeah, this is your average person, and I'll see you later talking about white racism.